No, I don't have it. But anyway, somebody bought their coins, and they bought them from another dealer, and it's been 4 months, and the dealer's dancing the lady around. And I told her, make it simple. If you don't ship to me within 3 days, I'm going to the Attorney General's office. In my state, your state, I'm going to call the Federal Trade Commission or send them the same letter, as well as the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And I think that will get the dealer's attention. Now, the same dealer, I just got an email in just now complaining about the same guy.
The one in Oregon?
I don't know where he is.
Folks, if they don't have immediate delivery, you don't buy for them. Even if they tell you
this guy's another. This guy has talked about the Bible. This coin dealer.
Well, they all do. When you have a
dealer,
people
get taken.
If your dealer gives you a 4-week delivery date or 6-week or 8-week, you don't buy your coins from them. Period. You just don't do it. You don't have to yet. Who knows what the future holds? But you don't buy anything that doesn't have a fairly immediate delivery. I mean, my long-term customers, sure, they might wait an extra week for something if they want it because they trust me. They've been doing business with me for a very long time. You don't be buying coins from strangers and they say 4-week delivery and then think it's okay. And it baffles me. Truly baffles me. And even if I have a large order that I can't deliver all at once, at least they get their partial shipment. They get everything that's in. So they get 90% of the order while we're waiting for a few extra coins to come in. And usually if I'm late, you always get a little something in your box. I'll guarantee you nobody gives you a free little something in your box. So I don't get it, Bob. And people are just so trustworthy out there. They just, the high-pressure sales techniques, they push you into coins you shouldn't own. They stretch the truth of what the coins do, and it just baffles me. Truly baffles me. The bait and switches, the loss leaders, selling coins at dealer cost, one of them, and then they're charging $70 more than what I would charge. Now, what kind of deal is that? Charging, 60% more for a dime than what it's worth. But that's why you call us. Right, Bob?
You are absolutely correct.
Well, the horror stories, just like you said, Bob, the horror stories are out there.
Well, best thing to do, you don't get delivery. I just told you what to do. Same letter, send it to them. If you know anybody politically, you call them up and say, look, here's my letter, it's coming. I want you to get all over this guy. And what they're doing is they're using your money to float their business. They're playing the market.
Yeah.
And they usually lose.
Yeah.
I was looking at a 1986 article about a guy in L.A. that committed suicide. $40 million disappeared.
Yep, I saw that. 1983, I think.
Was it 83?
Or I don't know when it was. I saw it.
David, I remember because I lived in L.A. at the time. And then, Jonathan in Englewood, Jonathan's coins, he went to jail for 4 years.
And there's been dealers day in and day out that, and particularly when the market gets hot and coins are difficult to find, dealers are just going to take your money and they're going to worry about delivery later. Because they figured once they get your coin, eventually they'll get you something, or you'll change your mind on what you'll accept. Well, we don't have these, but we can get to this, and you'll say okay because you just want your item, and that's what happened. I mean, we saw it prior to Y2K when product was disappearing. We knew if we can't get it, we know no one else can have. We know nobody else has it, and they were selling things and locking in prices, and they didn't have it. Then if you have a market that goes up, they can't afford to buy it. So, but that was a little different back then because the market went down. And they were able to buy it when it came back on the market, and they were fine, but it's different this time. So anyway, Bob, go ahead. We have a few minutes left of the program. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there.
Oh, no, tangent one.
What else? What words of wisdom can you tell us?
Something odd. Something odd. Okay, something odd. A national chain that does a lot of tax business and uses the color green. I guess you didn't want to say the name of the company. Contacted me money to schedule an appointment to do my taxes. The woman who called was quite pushy. As I told her, I had not received all of my documents yet. She insisted I make an appointment as soon as possible, and I should have had all my documents by the end of the month. It is odd, since they have never called me in the past 8 years that I have been using them to make an appointment to do my taxes, and she sounded kind of frantic on the phone. I did some simple digging and found many complaints on a consumer reports site, and then found lawsuits for IRA fraud and overcharging for tax returns. I see now why my Roth IRA did not make me any money through them. I'm glad I cashed it out. I'm no longer using them. That's just typical, you know. Here's another one. Have any countries considered the economic method that we are in an act of economic warfare by one nation and another? And the answer is no. But it is. I mean, all the nations of the world have been in economic warfare with the United States for years. They do that by rigging their currencies. And so, yes, economic warfare is an ongoing situation. We got another one here for the Hot Diva. I understand that as the government issues more debt and as foreign investors pull back on their treasury purchases, that interest rates should rise. However, there's one piece of the puzzle I don't understand. And gosh, it could cut off here, but if the government can print money and buy its own bonds, why can't they continue to drive up bond prices and affect lower interest rates simply by printing the cash to buy the bonds? They can. But what happens is the answer is, how much inflation do you want? And they know that. And buying the bonds, they are monetized, and that is immediately inflationary. Now we know they want inflation to offset deflation, but now they have to let rates rise in order to attract as much money as possible from foreigners. The sacrifice is they can't keep mortgage rates down for long.
Hey, we're out of time, Bob. I hear the music in the background. Got an email in from Murray, and he says, no, whoops, I picked the wrong one. He says, if you don't buy from Melanie, you're just plain, and, well, we'll go into that on Monday. Until then, have a great weekend. Be safe. God bless, and good night. Good night, Bob.
Bye-bye.